Hello, strong people. Week 5. 5? Week 6. 5. 5. Day... Wow. 5. Day 4. A little bit of a different setup compared to how it has been for Saturdays. Especially since it's not Saturday. I should say a different setup for... my 4th day of the week. I'm actually training at home today. I'm not going to 580 barbell tomorrow. And I might not be going next weekend either. I got family reunion tomorrow. And I got to run down to Area 56 gym in Johnstown to pick up that dumbbell I'm borrowing from my buddy. Which I am so excited about. So that's going to be like a 3-hour trip total. Hour and a half down, hour and a half back. Yeah, I don't have much else for that. Today, so I don't have any time to train tomorrow. That's just not happening. And, so moving Saturday's training to today. And what we got is dumbbell, sandbag toss. Oh, that reminds me, I got to put a little bit of weight in the one sandbag. Squats. I believe it's high box squat, deadlift, stance. I know it's a lot of words, but since we don't squat too much in strongman, at least event-wise, in competition we don't squat very often. So most of my squatting is based around improving loading or my deadlift. So that's why we are doing a deadlift stance high box squat. So essentially the idea is to get your hips about where the deadlift would start. Try to mimic the positioning a little bit. So it's gonna, my legs are gonna work. Obviously they're gonna get stronger doing squats, but the positioning is much more similar to that of where they'd be at the start of a deadlift. Sort of. But that's the idea. So, plus that helps press, because you're not pressing from a full squat. Push press, it's a slight dip and pop. So if you can get the speed off at the top of your squat like that, awesome. Same thing for throwing. So that's what we got today for squats. I believe it's 5 sets of 6, ramping up to a top set. Hopefully we're somewhere in the 500s. It should be, considering it's a high box squat. But I don't know. We'll see. After that we have, I believe it's a sandbag steeplechase type of event. So 2 bags, supposed to be 275 and 300, but I don't have a 275 bag. I have like a 265 bag, so plenty close enough. So what it's going to be is I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to have 2 bags, in front of me. I'm going to have a yoke 25 feet away from me. I'm going to pick up the first bag, run to the yoke, load it over, come back, grab the second bag, run 25 feet, throw that over, run around the yoke, grab the first bag, run 25 more feet, and then come back, get the second bag, and finish the last 25 feet with that. So I think I have a few runs with that. And generally speaking, that's kind of hard on grass. It's a different thing, especially with the rain we got the other day. The ground might be a little bit wet. Not wet, but it's kind of mushy. So a little bit tough on the ankles, squishing in, moving around compared to like if you're on like asphalt or concrete or turf or whatever. But that's just me being real nitpicky. I'm spoiled with 580 being that close. And then I think I have frame carries, which my farmers suck. The handles are so bad. But like they're bad, but I want to use them because they're bad. They're hard to use. So if you can get good at something that's difficult, if you use better equipment, you're probably going to be a little bit better on it, I'd imagine. So that's my thought process there. But frame carries on a surface like this are usually harder. Anything where you're carrying a heavier load of weight, yoke, frame, farmers, whatever, it's just more difficult. So I'm okay with that though. But I'm really happy that we're not doing OSG online qualifiers today. We're just doing a regular old event day. I've been just locked in the last 2 Saturdays doing those. And it's nice to relax a little bit. Still an intense training session, hopefully. but I don't have to be, 100% today. I don't have to give, my everything and feel like I'm dead afterwards. So, with all that being said, let's start throwing some sandbags. Minor update. I'm kind of stupid. I was looking at I've realized now why I was confused at starting the beginning of the last section there. It is, in fact, week 5, day 4. But I have been looking at week 6, day 4, all day today, trying to remember what I'm doing tonight. Just because I was curious. So I'm not doing some of the stuff that I said I was doing. I'm still doing a squat, bag toss, but I think I have to do stupid HUSAFELL. Oh, that's going to be... I don't know. Because my HUSAFELL is not great. It's bad. It's really bad. We'll see. I think I have something else after that too. Let's just go. Let's just see what happens. Oh. up if you're talking to me. Where am I? Oh, wow. I'm tired now. That was a good training session. It felt good to not do the OSG online qualifiers. Squats were pretty good. May have been able to go up a little bit more. I'm not good at grinding out squats. It either goes or it doesn't go, really. So that last set may look a little bit easy, but it does not feel easy. Oh God. I'm more explosive than I am. You know, some people some people can really grind out a deadlift or a squat. Like a 10-second pull. I am not that. I can deadlift and hitch, and that rep might take a little while, but a clean deadlift, it either moves or it doesn't. There isn't really much fighting through it. The same goes for my squat. I'm a little bit better at press, but still not great. Either way, I don't know how I got talking about that, but HUSAFELL runs, I don't know what that thing weighs, if I'm being honest. But that is the hardest. I've only touched like three HUSAFELLs, I think. They've all been easier than that one. There's water in it. There wasn't water in it before, I don't think. Probably just the consequences of leaving out in the rain. So it may be heavier than I remember. That moped sounded like a four-wheeler. That actually sounded kind of cool. Or just a moped. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, HUSAFELL. That HUSAFELL is like a full foot taller than any other one I've used, and it's wider than any one I've used. So that is tough. Not to mention it's really rusty. I probably in need of a tetanus shot, but I'm not gonna get one unless I start getting symptoms of something. So I'm guessing those are around 150 foot runs. The distance that I measured out started to slope off pretty bad down to the dirt pile over here, and that was around 40 feet, probably 40 feet. I measured 25 feet, and then I measured like another 20, so maybe 45, I don't know. But I did 4 passes rather than the I guess it didn't matter how many I did, as long as I got to 150 feet. So I think I'm right around there, maybe a little bit over, maybe a little bit under, but I don't think it weighed what it was supposed to weigh for the programming wise. But I really don't think that I could do the same weight on that HUSAFELL as I could do on another one. It's just brutal. The first run was harder than the second. Reason being is I didn't pop it up again. Usually when you get a HUSAFELL, you pretty much want it to be as high as possible on your chest. So that first run, I just popped it up and went. And I definitely banged into my legs quite a bit. But second run, popped it up. I picked it up, popped it up one more time higher on the chest. So I couldn't see where I was going, but it was a lot easier to move my legs. So I just need to remember to do that, because it is a max distance HUSAFELL at this next show. It's 400 pounds. I've never touched a 400-pound HUSAFELL. I've done 350, and I did 50 feet on that in the middle of a medley. That was without a pick, though. They set it on blocks, so it was like pick height, pretty much like where you would want to set it on your body once you had it up. So that cut out some of the difficulty. And then sandbag loads. I was definitely a little bit gassed by that point. But they went well. Loading to that height, it was supposed to be 54 inches, and it was supposed to be a 275 bag. This bag was 265 when I last weighed it, however long ago that was, so it could be a little bit over 265, could be a little bit under. It feels like a 265 bag, so I'm going with that. And it was more like a 58-inch load height, somewhere in the middle, because it's slanted. It's kind of unfortunate. The yoke is like probably 8¼ feet wide. Or no, maybe 4.5 feet wide. Less than that, 4¼ feet wide probably. And my platform is 8x4, so it barely sits off the sides. So it's at a slant, and I just kind of made it work that way. I definitely didn't have to pop off the floor or anything, but the hip drive, glute drive was pretty good. Good triple extension. It was no problem clearing that bar height, so I'm happy with that. And now I'm tired and need a shower, so that's all I got for today. I'm happy with that training session. It felt good to get a good training session and not feel like I'm competing for 2 Saturdays in a row. I don't know how people do that. Either way, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.